I've been wanting to make this video for a while, so here it is. This is my advice to any pet owner that is thinking about switching to homemade dog food. I hear so many people say they want to switch their dog to homemade dog food because it's healthier. Yes, that's correct. It absolutely is healthier if you do it properly. In order to do it properly, you have to be very, very well educated, or you need to work with an expert who is educated in canine nutrition. And that is number one. You can't just switch your dog to a homemade diet and hope that it's nutritionally balanced for him. You need to work with an expert that will evaluate your dog, evaluate the diet that you plan to feed, and help you create recipes that will meet all of your dog's nutritional needs. And I know you're thinking, well, my dog has a health condition, so I'm going to feed him a homemade dog food for kidney disease or diabetes, or, I have a puppy, I'm going to feed a homemade diet for a puppy, so he should be all set. There was a recent study done, and if you click the link below this article, it will take you there. And it showed that a vast majority of the recipes shared in textbooks, regular books and ebooks that you can purchase, and online sources, even ones that said they were created by veterinarians, are not nutritionally balanced for the majority of dogs. So they looked at recipes that are supposed to be for all life stages, and they were not nutritionally balanced for all life stages. They looked at recipes for puppies that weren't balanced for puppies, not all puppies. They may be right for some puppies, but not all puppies. Like humans, every dog is different. We all have unique nutritional needs, and our dogs do too. So you need to find someone that can help you figure out your dog's nutritional needs and cater some recipes to that. On that same topic, you're gonna wanna use multiple recipes. You don't wanna just feed your dog the same thing every day, day in and day out. You wouldn't like to eat the same meal every day, day in and day out. Your dog doesn't want to either. So finding some recipes, switching it up, you may be able to switch recipes up day after day and give your dog all the nutrition that he needs. If you're gonna feed just a few recipes and alternate, there may be supplements that needed to be added, multivitamins, to make sure that your dog is getting all the nutrition that he needs. So it's not as simple as most people think. It is healthier if you do it properly. It can be much healthier. However, it needs to be done the right way. So first and foremost, consult an expert in canine nutrition. You also want to be mindful of the diets that you're choosing, working with your expert. Make sure that these diets are designed to be used for long-term use. I've shared some recipes myself that are not designed for long-term use. They may be, sensitive stomach is a great example. Those diets quite often are only designed to be used for 2 to 3 days until your dog's digestive tract is back to normal and he can switch back to his regular diet. My recipes that I share on Top Dog Tips on our YouTube channel and on our website and social media, those are a starting point. They're great recipes that I found, recipes that my dogs have loved, recipes that I've worked with my veterinarian to cater to my dog's needs. Now, sometimes that's adding supplements, sometimes it's adding additional ingredients, or changing up the ingredients a little bit for my dog's preferences or their needs. So these recipes are a starting point for you. It's so that you don't have to start from scratch and think about what protein source should I use, what fruits and vegetables should be included, what should I use as a carbohydrate source. My recipes are the baseline. You can take those recipes into the expert that you're working with and say, hey, this is a recipe that I think my dog would really enjoy. It's made with venison or beef or chicken, and he really likes that. It's got some vegetables that are easy for me to find locally, that are affordable on my budget. So it's a starting point. You can find recipes that work with your budget, that work with what's available to you locally. I have some viewers and audience members in other countries that don't have access to the same ingredients as easily as we do here in the United States. So you can start with the baseline recipe that I have and I've shared, and then you can bring it to your expert and they will evaluate it, evaluate the ingredients, help you cater it to your dog's needs, and also tell you if there are any supplements, multivitamins, anything that should be added to meet your dog's needs. So to recap, 3 things you need to consider before switching to a homemade dog food diet. 1, consult an expert before you even begin. Do not switch your dog to a new diet without consulting a canine nutrition expert. 2, certain diets are not made for long-term use, so be very careful of the diets that you're feeding and the foods that you're providing to your pet, because some of them are not made to be fed long term, and over time you might not notice anything early on, but over time your dog's going to have some nutritional deficiencies that could lead to some very serious health problems. And number 3, not even I can give you all the answers. Nobody that you find on the internet is going to be able to give you all the answers for your dog's nutrition. You need to bring your pet to an expert who can evaluate them. They will look at everything from their breed, their age, their health history. They'll talk about their activity level and their daily routine. All of those things will come into play when that expert helps you decide what recipe is best for your pet. So consult an expert. Do not take advice from anyone on the internet. And my recipes are just a starting point. So if you find one that you like, take it to your vet. Say, hey, listen, I'm considering switching my dog. This is what I'm looking at. Can you help me make a decision here? And I'm sure they would be more than happy to do so. Thank you for tuning into this video guide. I hope it answered a lot of your questions. I get emails about this stuff all the time, so I hope this helps. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to email me. Thanks for watching.